get scared, get aggressive. Your comfort zone has no place in the life of a high performer.
Let me give you the day that turns your life around. Disgust. Disgust. Disgust is a negative emotion, but it can have a very positive, powerful effect. Disgust says, I've had it. What an important day that could be. I've had it. It's called a life-changing day. The day you say, enough is enough.
There are 3 truths that every human being must accept before they change. Number 1, you have to be frustrated enough with where you are so that you say, no more. Number 2, you have to be brave enough to admit and declare and demand more of yourself and of everybody around you. And number 3, you gotta be disciplined enough to work for more. You do those 3 things, your entire life could change in a month.
You must be willing to extend yourself to the limit with no guarantee of success. Every day, you must ask yourself, did I do enough?
There's no limits. Don't let the world ever put limits on you. You can do anything you want to do. But make sure if you have a vision, make sure the vision is written. You know, make sure you have something to actually chase and not just hoping and wishing. Put your plan together and then work the plan. Don't work somebody else's plan. You have to create your own brand yourself. And your brand is whatever you feel like doing, whatever your heart is passionate about, chasing.
It's not okay if you say you're going to do something and you don't come through. Because there's only one person it hurts when you say you're going to do something and you don't come through, and that's your willpower. And the more and more and more your willpower gets used to you saying things and not doing, your willpower stops having faith in the words that come out of your mouth. And the moment your willpower, your spirit stops having faith in the words that come out of your mouth, whatever you start telling yourself, your mind is telling you, whatever, he's not going to do it. She's not going to do it. He's all talk. He's not going to do it. No substance, all looks, all sexy on the outside, all attractive, but on the inside, no follow through, no follow up, no willpower. Never, ever put yourself in a situation where you hurt your willpower. Never.
You have to have no fear. You have to have no fear. You have to believe in who you are and what you do, and just go and get it.
If you're going to try, go all the way. Otherwise, don't even start.
Well, you should be afraid of taking risks and pursuing something meaningful, but you should be more afraid of staying where you are if it's making you miserable.
Develop a sense of urgency. A sense of urgency is a quality that is possessed by only 2% of the population. 2% of the population do things fast. 2% of the population have a bias for action.
In my experience, when somebody wants it bad enough, they change. When the human decides they really want to change, they will change. All they need is an effective catalyst.
Whatever it is that you're pursuing to achieve or create or express in the world, I think a lot of people back out before that happens. For me, it always comes back to perseverance, persistence, high pain tolerance, an ability to suffer through discomfort, a welcoming of doing hard things, and willingness, really.
Just get started. Just get started. The longest time in the world is the hesitation between thought and action. Well, at least it has the potential to be the longest time. It can actually be forever. Forever. Einstein, his theory was that time is flexible, time is pliable. And to prove that, beyond what Einstein said, 1 second can actually become an eternity. That's how much it can flex. You can hesitate for 1 second to get started on something, a workout, a project, a task, something that you know you should do. You can hesitate for 1 second. That 1 second of hesitation, all of a sudden it turns into 5 seconds, and then 10 seconds, and then 10 minutes. And then just like that, you drifted into the eternity zone.
Decision-making is a life-changing day. What an inspiring day, the day you can bring yourself to decide.
It's unbelievable how fast you can change your reality. Lock in, remove all distractions, go full monk mode. It can even happen in months, bro, that you go from zero to making tens of thousands in profit a month. I've seen it with my own clients in front of my own eyes. And within a year or two, you're complete outside reality. So pay the price. I paid the price, late night, removing myself from friends. But what is the other price? The price you are paying right now for procrastinating on your dreams is that dream life you could have lived.
You will never feel ready to do things that scare you. You will never feel ready to take that leap. Your brain is designed to protect you, and change requires risk. And so you are protecting yourself by saying maybe tomorrow. If you want to change your life, you must make a decision to change your life.
Every single day, you're given 24 hours. That's it. The same 24 hours as everyone else. The difference? How you use them. So ask yourself, are you making them count? Most people waste their time waiting for motivation, waiting for the right moment. But here's the truth. That moment will never come. You have to create it. One choice, one step, one action at a time. 1 hour of effort today can change your entire week. 1 week of focus can change your month. Imagine where you'd be in a year if you started right now. The pain of trying, it fades, but the regret of never starting, that stays forever. Be stronger, be better, be fearless.
You want to change your life today? Make a decision. Like focus on what you want, focusing on instead of what you don't want, right? Focus on where you want to go instead of what you're afraid of. Now would be a good time for you to go after what you want, not wait another day. People don't do it because they go, I don't know where to start. Do whatever's next. Try anything. If it's wrong, try something else. That doesn't work. Try something else and you'll find it right now. Tell me how you're going to be closer to your dream at the end of these 6 months than if you don't take action versus if you take action today. Do not wait. Do something that commits you to follow through later on. That's how our life changes. Little steps and big steps. And the big ones move us faster. And they take courage. Courage doesn't mean you're not scared. It means you're scared, but you do it anyway.
There's going to be people from the past who are going to look at you and be like, oh, he changed. Yeah, that's the point. The point is to change. And these people aren't going to understand it because what you're doing is a solution to a problem that you recognize. And the problem that you recognize is you're not where you want to be. But all these other people don't recognize that as a problem. They recognize I'm right where I want to be, whether they are aware enough or not. It's a problem of awareness. When you start to go, which is working on the solution to the problem that you've recognized, these people that can't recognize the problem certainly don't understand the actions that you're taking to provide the solution because they don't even see a problem. This is the reality of being a high ambition, high drive, high achievement driven person.
Desire, wanting too bad enough. Who knows the mystery of that? We don't know. But here's something I do know. Sometimes desire waits for a trigger, waits for something to happen. Who knows what the happening may be? A song, the lyrics, a movie, the dialogue, a seminar, a sermon, a book, an experience, confrontation with an enemy. Whatever the experience it is, it's so valuable. And here's my best advice. Welcome all experiences. You never know which one is going to turn everything on. Don't put up the walls. The same wall that keeps out disappointment keeps out happiness. Take down the walls. Go for the experience. Let it teach you.
First off, we've got to actually see the goal and the dream inside of our freaking minds. We've got to believe that's possible, even when there's no evidence and all the doubt is against you. You've got to believe it to yourself. No one else is going to give you the belief. It doesn't matter if the world believes in you. If you don't believe in it, it's never going to happen. So the only person it starts with is you seeing it and believing it first. Sometimes the goals I had happen 20 years later, 8 years later, 5 years later. These things take time. They're laughable and unrealistic because it's not going to happen in the next month. My big dreams aren't going to happen next week. They might happen 5, 10, 20 years from now. So yes, people should laugh at you because it should seem unrealistic that it's going to happen anytime soon. But then you know what? You do something interesting. You do something where you say, you know what? I'm going to master the skill of whatever it's going to take for me to be able to achieve this dream. I'm going to become a master of it first. Then I'm going to surround myself with the team of masters who are going to help me get there. And then you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do the boring thing. I'm going to do it every single day, consistently for the next 5 to 10 years. And I'm going to consistently show up and build momentum and reach milestones from little goals to bigger milestones. And let's continue to grow and grow and grow. And that's the way you can make something powerful happen. You step up every single day with consistency.
You cannot change your life unless you change something. If you always do what you always did, you'll always get what you always got.
Anytime you're going to change, your life is going to get worse first, and then it's going to get better. People ask, do people have a fear of success? Like they have a fear of failure? I wouldn't say they have a fear of success. What they have a fear of is change. So they have a fear that something in their life is going to change. And the reason that they fear change, by definition, if you're going to try something new, something's going to get worse. If you're going to have a breakup and get out of a relationship, you're going to be alone for a little bit of time and you're going to have a hard conversation. If you're going to try a new job, you're going to have a hard conversation with your boss. You're going to have to go on a search. You're going to have a period without any income. So your life gets worse first. So it's not so much that they fear success. It's that they fear that path of things getting worse before they get better, which is called change. The way to overcome that is just have that awareness and just be ready. Insert the words in 5 years. Are you going to be better off or worse off? And then you can start on that path.
It is almost impossible to talk someone into changing. They have to have some motivation that's internal. Yeah. And that's the same thing with eating good. The best example you could set is by living your life in a healthy way.
I kept saying this to myself on repeat. There is no way, Mel, if you've worked this hard, that you will not be rewarded. You have to believe that this moment is preparing you for something amazing that hasn't happened yet. Keep going. I repeated that over and over and over and over and over again as I wanted to throw in the towel, as I would start to bash myself, as I would start to feel sorry for myself and be like, no, there's just no way I'm going to believe that something amazing isn't going to happen. I've worked too hard. Something amazing that hasn't happened is coming. And when you get yourself into that mindset, it creates a sense of resilience and momentum and resolve that you need in order to keep going when the shit hits the fan or when you feel disappointed or when life is beating you down.
Reminder that if you want to be exceptional, you're going to be different from everyone else. That's what makes you exceptional. You can't fit in and also be exceptional. Both have discomfort. When you fit in, you have internal conflict because you're not being 100% you. When you're exceptional, you have external conflict because everyone sees you as different. Pick one. When your friends start to say, "You've changed," remember it's because they don't know how to say, "You've grown."
A breakthrough is a moment in time. It's a moment in time when everything changes in your life. And it changes because what you thought was impossible, you now know is possible, and most importantly, you act on it. You don't just think about it, you do something. See, you're stuck. People get stuck in sadness. They get stuck in acceptance. They get stuck in anger. But in order to create something new, you just got to know your whole life can change in a moment. If you don't like your body, change it. If you don't like your business, change. You don't like your career, change. You don't like your income, change. You go, Tony, well, that sounds so easy, but it's not like that. Yes, it is. But in order to do it, you got to create a breakthrough. You have to find something inside you, that moment where you know that you can absolutely change. And not only can you, the impossible is possible, and you do something. You take action.
If you laugh, you risk appearing to be a fool. If you cry, you risk appearing to be seen as weak. If you ask for help, you risk rejection. If you love, you risk heartache. If you chase your dreams, you risk ridicule. If you go forward in the face of overwhelming odds, then you risk failure. But the biggest danger is to risk nothing. The person who risks nothing, has nothing, does nothing, all the whilst trying to avoid pain, suffering, and embarrassment. But you know, that individual will not learn, love, change, feel, or grow. Only the person who takes risks is truly free.
Why would you not go for it? Why would you not take a chance? At one point in time, you got to take a chance on you.
And when you get to the point where all you want to do is be successful, as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful. Listen to me. You got to want to be successful so bad that you forget to eat.
In order for things to change, you've got to be willing to get up and do something. You don't have to be perfect, but you've got to make a move. Pain is an indicator light that lets you know that you need to take action on something.
But if you want to see if you're a brave person, what they call the 4 o'clock in the morning courage, wait when things go completely to pieces, when things are the worst, when your very best deal falls apart and your rent is late and you're tired and you're sick and everybody is mad at you and your car doesn't work, then it's the person that picks themselves up and says, nothing is going to stop me. The best quality in the world that you can develop is to develop the quality of being unstoppable. Develop the quality of being unstoppable. Say in yourself that no matter what life throws at me, it'll never stop me. No matter how rough it gets, I will never quit. And nothing will ever stop me.
That if you want a thing bad enough to go out and fight for it, to work day and night for it, to give up your time, your peace, and your sleep for it, if all that you dream and scheme is about it, and life seems useless and worthless without it, and if you gladly sweat for it and fret for it and plan for it and lose all your terror of the opposition for it, and if you simply go after that thing that you want with all of your capacity, strength and sagacity, faith, hope and confidence, and stern pertinacity, if neither cold poverty, famish or gall, sickness or pain or body and brain can keep you away from the thing that you want, if dogged and grim you besiege and beset it, with the help of God you'll get it.
There's a saying that you can't start a new chapter in your life if you continue to reread the last one.